everyone, so I wanted to show you that I am making, me and Pep, the Pepster, we are making those hamburgers I told you about. Oh. This is George Foreman Grill. We found this amazingly at Rite Aid in St. Johnsbury, Vermont. It was 50% off. This grill goes for 20 bucks. It was 10. It was the last $10 me and my husband had on us. And I was not passing up this product. It's an actual George Foreman. So this is the burger I was telling you about. Oops. Where you get two of them for $1. It says it's 1/4 an ounce together, which is not bad. So I put the other one in here. So this is what it looks like, frozen, and that's what the little thing looks like. Cook serve. We get these from the Dollar Tree. They're 10 ounces a piece. We get burritos. I'll make these with either these onion rings we get from the Dollar Tree or hash browns. You know, Castle Pizza with hash browns or something else. My pan's dirty, so don't mind it. I cook pasta in it, but this is a 4-in-1 copper grill thingy. You can take the handle, you can put the whole thing in the oven. So it's a baking pan. You can cook it on top of your stove. You can boil water, or you know, you can use it as a skillet, and then you can also fry with it, because I put it up here, but it comes with this fryer, and then you know, you fill it up with oil, and then that's the handle. The handle does get hot. So I have two different oils put away. I have that one I use for chicken, because I like to fry chicken sometimes. And then I have this one just for hash browns and onion rings. So because these are so big, I actually have to cook them separately. But you can see how nicely it is. And you can also see that there is oil in here. So, you know, we ain't getting none of that really bad processed items. This is actually butter that I like to get. I paid $3 for this, usually last month. And this is Peppy's food that she gets. It's really good for her. As a little snack item, I made some white rice. And we had leftover stuffing. So I put some of that on top and heat up her hot food with it. And she just like thinks she's getting something extra. I made tuna salad the other day. So I saved her the juice to the tuna. And I put that on her food. We also have in our fridge, this is baking oil. Like, from bacon grease. She gets a little scoop of that every week to help with her coat and her shine, her itching. Peppy, say hi. See, my name is Peppy, and I ate my food, and it was good, and now I want to have Mommy's burger. Yeah, so, as you can see, her bowl is right up against the water. I usually keep her bowl, like, way over here. So I have to put it in her other water dish, because she likes to move this and knock over her water. She's such a brat. So I just wanted to show you, like, what I was making for dinner. I am making instant mashed potatoes. There's nothing wrong with instant as long as you know how to make them. So, you know, instant mashed potatoes. I use nothing but water. The butter I actually add to the cheese that I'm going to be using. This is 1 pound of cheese. So I need butter for this also. So butter. milk for this also. I usually use a half cup of milk to melt it. And then what I do is I put butter into this instead of the mashed potatoes. But I only use milk for the mashed potatoes, not water. And it seems to come out really good that way. My husband, that's the only way he'll eat them, unless we have gravy. So I just wanted to do a little live stream, let you guys know what I was up to right now. So 2 days ago, that was totally full of stuff. And, show you. Gotta put you down for a second. I will show you the homemade soup that's left that I made the other night also. Actually, I made this Friday when my mom came over for dinner. So, that's what's left. I made it with beef broth. Which sounds unusual. There's absolutely no meat in it. I put egg yolk in there. So I beat up the eggs like I'm going to make an omelet, and then I pour it in. I let it sit for a couple minutes, and then I stir it. It seems to cook nicely like that, so there's protein in it. And I made it with green cabbage, a can of diced tomatoes. I used the broth and everything, like the little liquid that comes in the can. It has celery. I didn't put onion in it because my mom doesn't like onion. But it has corn, it has mixed vegetables, so there's peas, there's carrots, there's corn, there's green beans, potato, and then I left the rice on the side, and it was instant rice on the side. So it's Tuesday. This is what we got left. My mom seemed to really enjoy it with some butter Ritz crackers. And it actually does say butter Ritz crackers on there. It's something new there. Came up with. I didn't like the garlic ones, but the butter ones are really good. Peppy likes them too. So, yeah, that's what I made. And, yeah, I'm a really good cook. I love to cook. So, go let everybody go. I did get a couple grades in. Kind of disappointed a little bit in my bio class. For one of the things I had to do, I thought, like, I really nailed it. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get 100 on this. I got an 84, but I'm just like, what did I do wrong? It was a discussion about reproductive. People, plants, animal, like, it didn't matter. We didn't really talk about people. We talked about plants and or animals. So we could have chose one of each. Sexual, asexual. I chose to talk about two. I don't know how to explain it. One of each. So I choose to talk about, for sexual, one plant, one animal. And for asexual, I talked about one plant, one animal. So I actually did more work. I showed pictures of what I was talking about. I really put a lot of work in, at least 2 hours into this discussion online class. So 84, all right. That's the lowest grade I've gotten this whole semester. We're going to the 5th week today. But DNA extraction for a laboratory research report, I got a 99. So I have my starting points, and I have points that, you know, maybe I need to maybe go to my tutor and be like, hey, this is what I got an 84. I don't know why, because she didn't give any feedback about why I got an 84, but, you know, maybe I'm not understanding the whole process properly. I thought I did. So that's that, and then I had to do another paper thingamajigger. Thingamajigger. It's the first one. It's like our first essay kind of type thing in a sustainability class where it was 7 questions. So I go yesterday. It's Monday. It's 5 o'clock at night. And I just wanted to make sure I got everything. So I'm going through everything, and I'm writing what I need to do for that starts today for the following week. And then I realized, oh my gosh, I missed something. Good thing I went back. So it was 7 questions, and out of like I want to say about 20 different things. We had to pick something. So it was like bags, or it was like water bottles versus tap water. I chose drinking cups. If anybody is not familiar, you can look up what LCA is. But every item that we make on Earth, no matter what it is, a napkin, a trash bag, clothing, toilet paper, drinking cups, bags, plastic paper, reusable, we have to have this done. It does not mean it's not going to go on the market. It's just there so that if somebody has a question, we can prove if it's good or bad for the environment. Doesn't change anything. But this is something that we pay people to do. The government, basically. So I did drinking cups, and I didn't know. I picked the longest one she had there. It was like right in the middle. It was 389 pages. So I did really well on the bag one. That was 28 pages long. I could understand it. Everybody knew what I was talking about. They said you didn't use big words. You used language I could understand. I really appreciate that because some of my classmates didn't understand what was going on. I got a 95 on that. So I handed my paper, and the last thing I say is like, oh, I'm going to fail. Like, I didn't understand this. The first thing it says that they couldn't come up with a conclusion. Like, why did you even put this there? I kept mentioning how many pages it was, and I got a 99 in it. And I thought I was going to fail. I totally did. And like, I submitted it, and like 20 minutes later, she graded it, and she's like, you did a great job, and you got right from the get-go that they didn't have a conclusion, but you gave me your personal opinion about the drinking cups. So it was like, well, if you were having a small event of 2,000, 3,000 people, which cup would be better? Okay. And then if you were having a larger event, over 3,000 people to 10,000 people, which cup would be better? And surprisingly, from the 9 things that they were doing, there were 2 different outcomes. But in their conclusion, the only thing they wanted to talk about was how many times was the cup reused. I'm like, seriously? That's what you were worried about? So they gave these people beer and soda for this study. What was the point in that? You just wanted to know how many times the cup was reused? If it was cardboard, foam, and 2 different types of plastic? That doesn't even make any sense to me. Why would you waste your time? But then you're talking about, health, like making it, and, you have to use energy for it. What energy you're using? If carbon's going to the environment, like people having a hard time breathing, is it going to the landfill? If it goes to the landfill, how long does it stay there? What's the cost to make it? What's the cost to ship it? But the only conclusion you wanted to know was how many times was a cup reused at a party? I'm telling you, I almost had a heart attack. I'm like, you made me read 389 pages. I have other things to do. Seriously. And it took me 3 hours to answer 7 simple questions. I'm happy I got a 99, but I think it's totally fucking ridiculous. I was like, I got more things to do. So I chose to take today off. So I took a nap. I woke up, and I forgot what day it was. So now I'm cooking. My husband went to the store real quick, and I wasted enough of your time. Bye. Happy Tuesday.